In the number 25W, that is Alan Weiser. Alan Weiser, the 25W, no stranger here to victory lane himself. I stand corrected, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure who that 14 was in the first hot lap session, but the 14A in this one is Mr. Dustin Golden. Dustin Golden, that white number 14A right there. All right, they're getting ready to turn them loose. They got the track rolled in enough here. Once again, Tim Luttrell, the 99, the 8 of Tyler Roberts, 16S Steve Stotler, Alan Wise, the 25W, and Dustin Golden in the 14A. Bobby Allen in the 292, Josh Allen rather, and Bill Burgos in the 3. That does it for hot lap session number 2. All right, Street Stop Hot Lap Session number 1. First car on the racetrack in the Bob Hawks Auto by number 17B, Braden Bilger out of Jacksonville. Next car on the speedway, the Bailey Motor Company, number 89, the Smooth Criminal out of Concord. That is Mike Jackson. Third car on the speedway, in the 25G, I believe that is Andy Gaines. He's not on my draw sheet, but I believe that is Andy Gaines in the 25G. In the number 5, that is Terry Reed. Terry Reed in the number 5. In the G1, new car here, that is Tyler Gilmore. Tyler Gilmore in the G1. In the 44J, that is Jeremy Madsen. Jeremy Madsen, the 44J. In the 34X out of Jacksonville, that is Cletus Coates. Cletus Coates in the 34X. Once again, the T5 was Terry Reed. The G1, that there was Tyler Gilmore. Mike Jackson in the 89. 44J of Jeremy Madsen. The 34X is Cletus Coates. The 17B is Braden Bilger. And they had his number wrong on my sheet. That is Brian Gaines driving the 25G tonight. 4 cylinders of staging for your hot laps. First car on the racetrack in the number 47 Tam's Cafe sponsored machine. That is John Jackson. John Jackson in the 47. Behind him in the orange and black number 23, that is Thomas Angelo. Thomas Angelo in the number 23. In the number 67R out of Jacksonville, that is Rudy Zaragoza. In the 67R. In the number 52, that is Jacob Bowen. Jacob Bowen in the number 52. In the 83K, that is Nolan Kaufman. Nolan Kaufman in the 83K. In the white deuce, that is Jimmy Miller. Jimmy Miller in the number 2. The 26B, that is Mike Bullpit. Mike Bullpit in the 26B, and rounding out the field in the number 16, that is Andrew Allwood. All right, our flag range stand is about to turn them green. All right, that is for street stock hot laps for the evening. First car pulling off the racetrack will be the deuce there of Jimmy Miller in the 2. The 52 of Jacob Bowen. Then it's the 83K of Nolan Kaufman. Followed by the 16 of Andrew Allwood. Then you got the 26B of Mike Bullpit. The 47 of John Jackson. The 67R Rudy Zaragoza. And the 23 of Michelangelo, or Thomas Angelo, rather. All right, 4-cylinder hot lap sessions of the evening. 21D, that is Josh Dove. In the 66D, that is Carson Dart. In the D7, that is Carter Dart right behind him. The number 26A, Michael McKay. And I believe that's a 44 over there. That is Bill Basso. Bill Basso in the number 44. Louisville, you picked a fine time to lead me, says the D7 of Carter Dart. Tough break there. You'll need that one. They'll get him up there on the hook and get him towed off, and I'm sure they'll get the wheel back attached, and he'll rejoin the racing action here tonight. Big thanks to South Jacksonville's fire and rescue crew out there chasing down that tire for us. Attaboy, Hootie. I got to thank the Lifestar Ambulance crew, Jacksonville, South Jacksonville Fire and Rescue, the Jacksonville Police Department, Morgan County Police Department. All you race fans for coming out and being with us on this beautiful evening. Got a little pink in the sunset back off to our north there. Beautiful night for races. Once again, coming up next Friday night, the 28th is the season championship here at the Jacksonville Speedway. After that, it'll be October the 7th on a Sunday here. We'll have the Midwest Open Wheel Association presented by Marl Brothers Ford. Modifieds, crate late models, 1,000 to win in street stocks. That's Sunday, October the 7th. And our last and final race here will be the Ron Milton Race of Champions, October the 12th. Featuring the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Cars, along with the Lucas Oil Power Ride National Midgets. That's going to be a show you do not want to miss. If you have not got your tickets for that, there are very limited tickets still remaining. They are underneath of the grandstand area in the cafeteria. And just a reminder, this is Saturday night. If you have nothing better to do tomorrow night, head over to Macon Speedway. $5 admission. It's $5 night. $5 burger, chips, and drink combo. $5 for 2 beers. $5 grandstand admission. Kids 11 under are free. Kids box car races, spectator drags. They got the pro late models, modifieds, B-mods, street stocks, and micros, and Hornets tomorrow night over at Macon Speedway. Once again, the 44 there is Bill Basso, and that number 44 right there crossing the stripe. The D7 being pulled off. Scary moment there.
as a balloon shoots up through the stony ground. There's no room, no space to rent in this town. You're out of luck, and the reason that you had to care, the traffic is stuck, and you're not moving anywhere. You thought you found a friend to take you out of this place, someone you could lend a hand in return for grace. It's a beautiful day. Sky falls, you feel like it's a beautiful day. So let it get away on the road. You've got no destination in the mud. In the maze of her imagination, your love is down. Even if that doesn't ring true, you've been all over, and it's been all over you. It's a beautiful day. So let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Touch me. Take me to that other place. Teach me love. I know I'm not a hopeless case. See the world in green and blue. See China right in front of you. See the canyons broken by cloud. See the tuna fleets clearing the sea out. See the bedroom fires at night. See the oil fields at first light. And see the bird with a leaf in her mouth. After the flood, all the colors came out. It was a beautiful day. So let it get away. Beautiful day. Touch me. Take me to that other place. Release me. I know I'm not a hopeless case. What you don't have, you don't need it now. What you don't know, you can feel it somehow. What you don't have, you don't need it now. Don't need it now. It was a beautiful day. It was 1989, my thoughts were short, my hair was long. Caught somewhere between a boy and man. She was 17 and she was far from in between. It was summertime.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for coming out here tonight at the Jacksonville Speedway on this beautiful Friday evening. A lot of great racing on tap here for you tonight. As many of us know, racing is a very dangerous sport. It's a lot of times we take for granted what these drivers do out here week in, week out, and some of the equipment that they have does not always prevent the inevitable. Last night, the racing community lost a very, very good person. Craig Hornets was succumbed to sprint car injuries in a crash at Baps Motor Speedway in Pennsylvania. At this time, I would like everybody to please pause for a moment of silence in remembrance of his life. Thank you. He will be missed. At this time, can I have all my veterans in my stands? Please raise your hands. All my veterans out there, raise your hands. Everybody else, put your hands together for them. Tell them thanks for serving. We do appreciate all that you do. For those of you who are unaware, the definition of a veteran is that someone at some point in their life made a blank check payable up to and including their life to the United States government. That is honor, and a lot of times we forget that. So please, if you see a veteran, thank them for serving, shake their hand. It really means the world to us here. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, can I please have everybody stand, remove your ball caps. We're going to pay tribute to the greatest song in our nation, our national anthem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know we're light in numbers here tonight, but we're mighty in voices. On a count of three, I want to hear Let's Go Racing. Can you do it for me? 1, 2, 3. And that's what we're going to do. Bring them on out, guys. It's time for our first 305 heat race of the evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for first of two 305 sprint car heat races of the evening. Going to be a 10-lap shootout. The front row pole, driving the Watts Electric, K.E. Baker, number X. That is Robbie Standridge. Alongside him, in the number 51, Mr. Brent Burrows. Brent Burrows in the number 51. Inside of row number 2, driving the number 9T, that is Dylan Tuxhorn. Dylan Tuxhorn in the 9T being pushed off on the back straightaway. Alongside him, in the Watts Electric number 4, Bailey Goldsberry. Bailey Goldsberry in the number 4. Then it's the 17 of Paul Haley. Paul Haley in the number 17, GTS sponsored sprinter right here on the front stretch. And rounding out our field in the number 11C is Chris Campbell. Campbell's Auto Body sponsored number 11C sprinter out of New Berlin, Illinois. That is how our heat race number 1 lines up for your 305 sprint cars. 10 laps the distance. Our flagman, Randy Standard, tells him 1 to go this time by. 1 to go this time by. Watch him off of exit of turn number 4. Got to be side by side coming to the stripe. Robbie Standard sitting on the pole. Brent Burrows alongside him, the 51. 9T Dylan Tuxhorn, the 4 of Bailey Goldsberry. The 11C of Chris Campbell, and the 17 of Paul Haley. 305 heat race number 1. Lights out. Green this time by. Heat race number 1 winner in the X, Robbie Standridge. There is your winner, the X of Robbie Standridge. Second place belongs to the 51 of Brent Burrows. Third, the 4 of Bailey Goldsberry. Dylan Tuxhorn, Paul Haley, and Chris Campbell round out the field. Pro Crate Late Models to Staging. Pro Crate Late Models to Staging. Just a reminder, Pro Crate Late Model guys, if you're running multi-fire plug wires and have the sticker on, if you win the race tonight, you get an extra $50 bonus tonight. Courtesy of Tommy Scott. Heat race number 2, first car on the racetrack in the orange and white number 7X out of Lincoln, Max Posgay. Max Posgay in the 7X. In the number 57, Boone Saloon sponsored machine, that is Robbie McQuinn. Robbie McQuinn in the 57. In the Alvey Supply number 32, that is Jeff Tuxhorn. Jeff Tuxhorn in the number 32. In the number 63, that is Travis Howard. Travis Howard in the number 63. It appears the 5W of Caleb Wonkel might be a scratch from the event. Jeff Tuxhorn, Robin McQuinn, Max Posgay, and Travis Howard to set the pace this time by 10 laps. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of Sprint Car Heat Race number 2 in the 57, Robbie McQuinn. Max Posgay in second in the 7X. Jeff Tuxhorn third, and rounding out the field, Travis Howard in the number 63. Micros to staging, micros to staging. It's now time for our Pro Crate late model, sponsored by Kendall Oil, heat race of the evening on the front row pole. In the number 27 out of Williamsville, that is Colby Shepard. Alongside him in that red number 6, that is Cliff Powell. Inside of row number 2 out of Jacksonville in the 7M, Adam Mefford. Outside of row number 2 in the number 84, that is Jeff Ray. Row number 3 on the inside, the 14A of Dustin Golden, alongside the number 25 of Tucker Finch. Row 4 on the inside, the 11E of Brandon Eskew and the 38J of Jake Little. That is how your heat race lines up. Once again, the front row pole, the 27 of Colby Shepard alongside the 6 of Cliff Powell. Row 2, the 7M of Adam Mefford and the 84 of Jeff Ray. 14A of Dustin Golden and 25 of Tucker Finch round out row number 3. Row number 4, the 11E of Brandon Eskew and the 38J of Jake Little. 8 lap the distance. Going green this time by Colby Shepard to set the pace. Him and Cliff Powell on the front row. Adam Mefford, Jeff Ray. Dustin Golden, Tucker Finch, Brandon Eskew, and Jake Little. Our flagman did not like that start. We want them side by side as they come across that tire where that cone's at coming off of turn number 4. They need to be side by side. We'll rack them, restack them, and try it again. Once again, the 27 of Colby Shepard, the 6 of Cliff Powell, the 7M of Adam Mefford, the 84 of Jeff Ray, the 14A of Dustin Golden, and the 25 of Tucker Finch, the 11E of Brandon Eskew, and the 38J of Jake Little. 8 laps the distance, going green this time, coming off turn number 4. Much better. Caution on the backstretch for the 38J of Jake Little. Caution comes out. It's like something is broke on the number 38J. Once again, coming up next Friday night here at the Jacksonville Speedway is season championship night here. Then Sunday, October the 7th is the Midwest Open Wheel Association 410 Sprint Cars presented by Morrow Brothers Ford, along with modified crate late models 1,000 to win and street stocks. That's Sunday, October 7th. And rounding out our season here at the Jacksonville Speedway Friday, October the 12th is the greatest show on dirt in the world of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Cars, along with the Lucas Oil Power Ride National Midgets. That is Friday, October the 12th, right here at the Jacksonville Speedway. All right, they'll get Jake Little towed off here, and we'll go back to green. Going to be a complete restart. Did not get a lap in. Your front row, the 27 of Colby Shepard, the 6 of Cliff Powell, the 7M of Adam Mefford, the 84 of Jeff Ray, the 14A of Dustin Golden, and the 25 of Tucker Finch. And at the tail there, the 11E of Brandon Eskew. Hopefully the 38J can get her all fixed back up and get her back out of here. All right, keep your eye on them. Colby Shepard, your early leader, 3 wide there at the back. Adam Mefford showing the nose. There comes Tucker Finch on the outside for that 4th position. Two to go this time by. winner out of Williamsville, Illinois, the 16-year-old in the 27, Colby Shepard. First win in a Pro Crate late model for the 27 of Colby Shepard. Second, the 7M, Adam Mefford. Third, the 84, Jeff Ray. 25, Tucker Finch. 14A of Dustin Golden. 6 of Cliff Powell. And the 11E of Brandon Eskew. All right, it's now time for micro heat race number 1 on the front row pole. Driver number 7A is Will Armitage. Alongside him in the number 8, that is Gabe Verardi. Row 2 on the inside, the 12C of Carly Gress. Alongside her in the number 14 of Kurt Westerfield. Row number 3 on the inside, the 9T of Tyler Duff. Alongside the number 28 of Luke Verardi. That is micro heat race lineup number 1. 8 laps the distance. Don't forget, race fans, tomorrow night, you got nothing better to do. Macon Speedway, $5 night. $5 to get in. $5 for a burger, chips, and a drink combo. And $5 for 2 beers. That is tomorrow night at Macon Speedway. They got the pro late models, the modifieds, street stocks, B-mods, micros, and Hornets. All right, first race is on the track now. Second heat race should be in staging. Modified, you guys are on deck. Well, looks like we may have some scratches from the event here. We're missing the 7A of Will Armitage. His motor was smoking here in hot laps. The 9T of Tyler Duff, he was out here earlier. Here he comes. All right, that should make our front row. (12C) Carly Gress alongside the A of Gabe Berardi. 9T of Tyler Duff and the 14 of Kurt Westerfield and the 28 of Luke Verardi rounding out your field. 8 laps the distance. Heat race number 1 for our 600 Outlaw Micros. Caution on the speedway for the 9T of Tyler Duff. He got her refired. He'll pull her in the infield. Something amiss on the 9T of Tyler Duff. Your leader, Miss Carly Gress in the 12C. Being pursued by a pair of Verardi's. Gabe in the 8 and Luke in the 28. I think the 14 pulled off as well. Mr. Westerfield. All right, there'll be this cone in the front stretch, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're new here, they cannot pass until they pass this cone on the front stretch. Must be single file till they pass this cone. Only on single file restarts. Carly Gress to set the pace. Carly Gress, the 12C, winner of heat race number 1. Second, the 8 of Gabe Verardi, and the third, the 28 of Luke Verardi. All right, heat race number 2, the front row pole, the 81 of Greg Northrup. Alongside him in the number 80, that is Darren Johnson. Row 2 on the inside is the 9 of Bobby Lynn and the 44 of Revan Trevin Littleton. Revan Trevin's hot, coming off a win at Macon the last 2 Saturdays. All right, going green this time by Greg Northrup, Darren Johnson to set the pace. Bobby Lynn, Trevin Littleton, row 2, 8 laps the distance. Winner of heat race number 2, the 81 of Greg Northrup. Second, the 44, Trevin Littleton. Followed by the 80 of Darren Johnson. And the 9 of Bobby Lynn pulled off there, about a lap to go. Good to see Caleb Wonk getting a scope. He gets his car fired off here. They've been having some issues with the car tonight. Didn't make the heat. It's now time for modified heat race number 1. On the front row pole, driver number 9C, Bill West Enterprise sponsored race car. That is the 9C of Russ Coltis. Alongside him, the young man pulling double duty in a crate and a modified, the 14A of Dustin Golden. Row 2 on the inside, the 3 of Bill Burgos. Outside of him, the 16S of Steve Stotler. Row 3 on the inside, the 292 of Josh Allen, followed by the 99 of Tim Luttrell. Row 4 on the inside, the 72 of Flying Brian Lynn from Mason City. Alongside him, the E55 of Chad Sellers. And rounding out your field in the 19Z, that is Wendell Zuloff. All right, our flagman rating standard tells them 1 to go this time by. 1 to go this time by. For the front row, Russ Coltis and Dustin Golden. Row 2, the 3 of Bill Burgos, 16S Steve Stotler. Row 3, 292 of Josh Allen, 99 of Tim Luttrell. Row 4, the 72 of Brian Lynn, the E55 of Chad Sellers, and rounding out the field in the 19Z, Wendell Zuloff. 8 laps the distance. Feature tonight is for $1,000 for these modifieds. Heat race is very important. Here we go. Caution on the front stretch as the 99 of Tim Luttrell gets hooked around by the front bumper of the 292 Josh Allen. I didn't get to see it all. Couldn't tell if he was already coming around or not. Could have been victim of circumstance. Your leader, the 14A of Dustin Golden. Second, the 9C of Russ Coltis. Then it's the 16S of Steve Stotler. $1,000 on the line for these modifieds here tonight. 25 lap A main feature event. Once again, your leader, the 14A of Dustin Golden. Tough break. The 99 of Tim Luttrell was tore up pretty good. Could not continue. Once again, your leader, the 14A, Dustin Golden. Russ Coltis in second. Steve Stotler third. Josh Allen, the 292. Chad Sellers in the E55. Flying Brian Lynn, the 72. Wendell Zuloff in the dark color number 19. And Bill Burgos in the 3. No passing until they hit the cone on the front stretch. Going green this time by. 2 laps down, 6 laps remaining. 1 to go. Your winner, the 14A of Dustin Golden. Second, the 9C of Russ Coltis. Third, the 16F of Steve Tyler. 292 of Josh Allen. 72 of Brian Lynn. 19 Wendell Zuloff. The 55 of Chad Sellers. Your winner, the 14A, Dustin Golden. Looks like something majorly broke on the back of that E55 modified. Crew may want to check that rear end out. Something's definitely rigid and rickety on that rear end right there. Something is amiss on the E55. Something definitely broken on that race car. Modified heat race number 2 lineup is as follows. On the front row pole, it is the Madman in the 37, Derek Carlson. Alongside him in the number 11 is Zane Odewalt. Row number 2 on the inside out of Jacksonville, Illinois, the 22 of Ryan Blakeman. Outside of row number 2, the young man over 40 years on dirt out of Virginia. They call him Mr. Smooth, the 36 of Steve Tyvant. Keep an eye out for him in November's issue of Speedway Illustrated magazine. They're doing an article on Mr. Tyvant. Row 3 on the inside. The number 42 is McKay Winger. On the outside of row number 3 in the number 25W, that is Alan Weiser. Row 4 on the inside. In the number 8, that is Tyler Roberts. Alongside him, the number 19 is Jeff Dotsert. And rounding out your field, in the number T6, we call him Turn 4 Tommy, Tommy Shepard Jr. in the T6. Once again, 8 laps is the distance. Our feature tonight is going for 25 laps for 1,000 to win. In case any of you race fans are wondering, these modified heat races will go, the feature lineup will go off of passing points. So it's not necessarily where you finish in your heat as much as where you started and how far you moved up to gain the most amount of points to where you will start in tonight's A main. So if you see a heat race winner start on the pole, not start on the pole of the feature, that is why. Somebody else had more passing points than they did. Once again, the front row, the 37 of Derek Carlson, the 11 of Zane Odewalt. Row number 2, the 22 of Ryan Blakeman, and the 36 of Steve Tyvant. Row 3, the 42 of McKay Winger, and the 25W of Alan Weiser. Row 4, the 8 of Tyler Roberts, and the 19 of Jeff Dotsert. And rounding out the field, the number T6 of Tommy Shepard Jr. 8 laps the distance, going green this time by. Caution on the speedway for the 11 of Zane Oldewall. Looks like he's got a broken right front tire or suspension on that race car. Right front keeps digging in, can't get it over on left rear, make it rotate. Tough break for the 11 of Zane Oldewall. Halfway through it, 4 laps down, 4 laps remaining. Your leader, the 37 of Derek Carlson. Second, the 22 of Ryan Blakeman, 25W of Alan Weiser, the 36 of Steve Tyvant, 42 McKay Winger, T6 Tommy Shepard Jr., 19 of Jeff Dotsert, and the 8 of Tyler Roberts. Must just be a flat right front tire. They're allowing the car to pull itself in the infield. Yes, the right front tire is gone. Popped right off the bead. Tough break for the 11 of St. Oldewall. Had a good run going. 4 down, 4 to go. Going green this time by. Derek Carlson to set the pace. Ryan Blakeman, Alan Weiser, Steve Tyvant, McKay Winger, Tommy Shepard Jr. McKay Winger's left front brake rotor is about locked up. Winner of heat race number 2. They call him the Madman, Derek Carlson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for heat race number 2 winner, number 37 out of Virginia, or Ashland rather, Derek Carlson. Second, 22 of Ryan Blakeman, the 25, Alan Weiser in third. Steve Tyvant fourth. Tommy Shepard Jr. in fifth. 19, Jeff Dotsert, McKay Winger, and Tyler Roberts. It is time for Street Stock Heat Race number 1. On the front row pole, driver number 47, that is John Jackson. Alongside him in the 52, that is Jacob Bowen. Inside of row number 2, out of Concord, Illinois, in the number 89, they call him the Smooth Criminal, Mike Jackson. Alongside him out of Jacksonville in the 34X, that's Cletus Coates. Row 3 on the inside in the 44J, Jeremy Madsen. Alongside him, the 25 of Brian Gaines. Rounding out the field, the number 2 of Jimmy Miller. The number 89 of Mike Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, is elected to start at the tail. Something amiss on that race car. He wants to make sure the car is right. Very, very sportsmanlike thing to do to the other racers. All right, once again, John Jackson, Jacob Bowen, your front row. 44J, Jeremy Madsen, the 34X of Cletus Coates, row number 2. Row number 3, the 2 of Jimmy Miller, and the 25G of Brian Gaines. And rounding out the field, the number 89, Mike Jackson. Watching this time off turn number 4. Caution on the speedway. The 2 of Jimmy Miller gets looped around there on the back entrance to turn number 3. All right, the 47, John Jackson. The 44, Jeremy Madsen. The 25G of Brian Gaines. The 89 of Mike Jackson. The 2 of Jimmy Miller. Tough break for Jacob Bowen, the 52. Something broken on that race car. Cannot continue. Well, once again, your leader, the 47 of John Jackson, the 44J, Jeremy Madsen, Brian Gaines in the 25G, Mike Jackson, the 89, the 2 of Jimmy Miller. Battle starting to heat up front. John Jackson has it. Jeremy Madsen's knocking on the door. Here comes older brother Mike Jackson fighting for third with Brian Gaines. Advantage Mike Jackson at the line. Mike Jackson up to second from the tail. He's going to try and take the lead from his brother here. Can he do it? He'll have it at the line. Your leader. Your winner, the number 89, Mike Jackson. Second, the 47 of John Jackson. Third, the 44 of Jeremy Madsen. Fourth, the 25G of Brian Gaines. And rounding out the field, the number 2 of Jimmy Miller. Four cylinders to staging, please. Four cylinders to staging, please. Heat race number 2 lineup is as follows. On the front row pole, driver number 16, that is Andrew Allwood. Alongside him in the 83K, that is Nolan Kaufman. Row 2 on the inside in the 67R, that is Rudy Zaragoza. On the outside of him in the 23, that is Thomas Angelo. Row 3 on the inside, the G1 of Tyler Gilmore. Outside of him, the 17B of Braden Bilger. And rounding out your field in the 5T out of Decatur, Mr. Terry Reed. They've got the black flag, the 26B, ladies and gentlemen. He missed his heat. He was in the first heat race lineup, not the second. And apparently his race receiver is not working. Andrew Allwood, Nolan Kaufman to set the pace. Rudy Zaragoza, Thomas Angelo, row 2. Tyler Gilmore, Braden Bilger. Row 3, Terry Reed. Nolan Kaufman getting challenged by Rudy Zaragoza for that number 1 spot. Battle heat number 2. Nolan Kaufman has it. Tyler Gilmore and Terry Reed both want it. White flag this time by Rudy Zaragoza is your leader. Tyler Gilmore in second. Here comes Terry Reed. Your winner of the 67R, Rudy Zaragoza. Second, the number 1 of Tyler Gilmore. Third, the T5 of Terry Reed. Fourth, the 83K of Nolan Kaufman. Then it's the 23 of Thomas Angelo, the 16 Andrew Allwood. All right, your final heat race of the evening is your Outlaw 4-cylinder micros. On the front row pole, driver the number 121, that is Mike Eskew. Alongside him, the 55 of Craig Anders. Row 2 on the inside, Bill Basso. 26A of Michael McKay alongside. Finished the 21D of Josh Dove and the 66D of Carson Dart. Carter Dart was unable to continue after losing his rear wheel in hot laps. Lights off, going green this time by 6 laps the distance. Mike Eskew and Craig Anderson set the pace. Bill Basso, Michael McKay, row 2. Josh Dove, Carson Dart, row 3. Watch them coming off turn 4. Caution on the speedway, the 21D of Josh Dove gets it up here into the front stretch wall here. Race fans, I'm only going to say this one time tonight, but I do want to reiterate this. If you are a family of any driver on this racetrack, be sure to reiterate to them to have their safety gear. Nothing more aggravating seeing a driver out here without a neck brace or something like that on. Be sure they have all the proper safety gear they need before they bring these race cars to the racetrack. You guys can afford a race car, you can afford neck braces, gloves, and the things that go along with them. Before somebody gets hurt, please get the proper safety equipment. Your leader, the 121 of Mike Eskew, second the 55 of Craig Anders. Third, the 66D of Carson Dart. 26, Michael McKay. And the 44 of Bill Basso. Good news there for Chum. We got the old 5W fired up. He will be in the tail of the 305 feature. Good news for Caleb Wonkel. Your winner, the 66D, Carson Dart. Second, the 55, Greg Andrews. 26, Michael McKay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a little bit of track work. You got time to get up, stretch your legs, visit the concessionary, get you a Speedway burger, one of them famous chicken sandwiches. Don't forget, coming up next Friday here at Jacksonville Speedway, the 28th of September is our season championship night here at the Speedway. Also, Sunday, October the 7th, is Midwest Open Wheel Association presented by Morrow Brothers Ford. Modifieds, crate late models, 1,000 win, and street stock. That is Sunday, October 7th. And our third and final race here at the Jacksonville Speedway is the greatest show on dirt. The World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Cars and Power Eye National Midgets. That is Friday, October the 12th, right here at the Jacksonville Speedway. If y'all looking for something to do tomorrow night, head over to Macon Speedway for $5 night. We've got $5 grandstand admission, $5 burger, chips, and drink combo, or $5 for 2 beers. Featuring Decatur Billingsley Trades Pro Late Models, BillingsleyRewards.com Modifieds, B-Mods, Street Stocks, and Micros by Bailey Chassis, and the Outlaw 4-cylinder Hornets. That's tomorrow night at Macon Speedway. Next Saturday at Macon Speedway is the last race of 2018. Fan giveaways, Street Stock and Hornet Powder Puffs. UMP Street Stock, Sportsman Modifieds, Hornets, B-Mods, and Micros will be running that evening. But once again, take this time to get up, stretch your legs, visit the concession stand, get yourself some food and nice beverage down there, and we'll get back to our feature events here shortly. Can I have your attention to pit area? 305 sprint cars. Start getting ready to be heading to staging, guys. 305 sprint cars start heading to staging. Intermission will be very brief. Can I have your attention to the pit area, please? 305 sprint cars to staging. 305 sprint cars to staging, guys. Come on, let's roll. Starting on the front row pole of your 305 sprint car feature, the 57 of Robbie McQuinn. Alongside is the X of Robbie Standridge. Row 2 on the inside, the 7X of Max Posgay. Alongside the 51 of Brent Burrows. Row 3, the 4 of Bailey Goldsberry and the 63 of Travis Howard. Row number 4, the 32 of Jeff Tuxhorn and the 9T of Dylan Tuxhorn. Once again, attention to the pit area. 305s to staging, please. 305s to staging. Great late models, you'll be on deck. All right, attention to the pit area. Last call, 305 sprint cars. You guys want to race? Bring them to the track. Let's go. Once again, 305's the staging. I see her upholster, the 57 of Robbie McQuinn sitting there ready to roll. Track work is about done. They're just rolling this stuff in. We're going to go green flag. Well, once again, your front row pole for tonight's 305 A main feature lineup. 20 laps is the distance. Is the 57 of Robbie McQuinn. Alongside him in the X is Robbie Standridge. Row 2 on the inside, the 7X of Max Posgay. Alongside the 51 of Brent Burrows. Row 3 on the inside, the 4 of Bailey Goldsberry. Alongside her, the 63 of Travis Howard. Row number 4, we have a pair of Tuxhorns. Jeff in the 32 on the inside, and the 9T of Dylan on the outside. And rounding out your field in the 17, Paul Haley and the 5W of Caleb Wonkel. The 11C was out here earlier, ladies and gentlemen. He's just shaking out a 410. All right, as they get these sprint cars fired off, I need the Pro Crate late models to staging, please. Pro Crate late model feature to staging, please. All right, going green this time by Robbie McQueen. The 57 is your pole sitter alongside the X of Robbie Standards. Max Posgate, the 7X. Brent Burrows, the 51. Bailey Goldsberry, the 4. Travis Howard, the 63. Jeff Tuxhorn, 32. Dylan Tuxhorn, 9T. Paul Haley, 17. Caleb Waffle, 5W. up front, starting to heat up. Robbie Sanders has it. Robbie McQuinn and Max Poke both want it. Winner of your 305A main feature event, Robbie Standridge. Second, the 57 of Robbie McQuinn. Third, the 7X of Max Posgame. Fourth, the 51 of Brent Burrows. And rounding out your top five, the number 4 of Miss Bailey Goldsberry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's got his helmet off. In the multi-fire plug wires, K.E. Baker Trucking, Jim Watts Electric, driver of the number X, out of Springfield, Illinois. Put your hands together for Robbie Standridge. Man, buddy, you always seem to make this look easy out here, man. How you do that each and every week?
I'm getting pretty old. That there about kicked my ass. I'm wore out.
Hey, man, look like you was fighting some breaks here the last few weeks, man. But you've been in class of the field here. You know how to get this car around this racetrack like you have for the past 20-some years, Robbie. Feel any different?
Like I said, this car's built for dry slick. It's not built for this kind of racetrack. I wish track prep slicking them off a little more.
Who you got to thank for here tonight, Robbie?
I got to thank Tommy Scott, the multi-fire spark plugs. They run real well. Jim Watts Electric, Eddie Baker Trucking. Of course, Niecy, she does all the wrenching on it. So without her, it wouldn't go.
Y'all made her look pretty good, man. Congratulations. We'll have a beer later.
That Robbie McQuinn kid's getting pretty good. I've run it probably harder than I need to, but I watched him in his heat. He was pretty good. I was worried about him.
Keep an eye on him. He'll be chasing you. Ladies and gentlemen, Robbie Standridge. Your Pro Crate Late Model A main feature event lineup is as follows. On the front row pole, the 16-year-old, the 27 out of Williamsville, Illinois, that is Colby Shepard. Alongside him in the 7M out of Jacksonville, that is Adam Mefford. Row 2 on the inside, driver number 84, that is Jeff Ray. Outside of him in the number 25, that is Tucker Finch. Row 3 on the inside, young man pulling double duty in the crate and the modified is the 14A of Dustin Golden. Outside of row number 3 in the red number 6, that is Mr. Cliff Powell. Row 4 on the inside. The 11E of Brandon Eskew rounds out your field. 20 laps is the distance. Micros to staging, micros to staging. All right, our flagman Randy Standard gives them the 1 to go this time by. 1 to go this time by. We want them even up as they cross that tire coming out of turn number 4. Colby Shepard, Adam Mefford to set the pace. Jeff Ray, Tucker Finch, row 2. Dustin Golden, Cliff Powell, row 3. And rounding out the tail, Brandon Eskew in the 11E. Lights out, going green this time by. Watch them off turn number 4. Caution on the speedway, the 6 of him and the 11 he got together, and the 6 got the raw end of the stick here in the front stretch. Your leader, the 7M of Adam Mefford, second, the 27 of Colby Shepard, third, the 25 of Tucker Finch. Then it's the 84 of Jeff Ray, the 14A of Dustin Golden. The 6 of Cliff Powell, followed by the 11E of Brandon Eskew. 2 laps down, 18 laps remaining. $2 sandwiches in the cafeteria. $2 sandwiches while they last. All right, lights out. Adam Mefford is your leader. Colby Shepard, Tucker Finch, Jeff Ray, Dustin Golden, Cliff Powell, and Brandon Eskew. Watching this time off turn number 4. No passing until they pass the cone on the front stretch. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of your crate late model feature event, driver number 7M, Adam Mefford. Second to 25, Tucker Finch. Third to 27, Colby Shepard. Fourth, the 84 of Jeff Raid. Rounding out your 25, the 11E of Brandon Eskew. Ladies and gentlemen, Body by B1 Fabrication, Bob Hawks Auto Body, Brandon Shepard Racing, English Concrete, Schaefer's Oil, Shepard's Auto Sales, Lomlino Sign Company, Bill West Enterprises, Rex Battery Contact. Driver of the XR1 Rock, he's out of the car. Make some noise for your feature winner, Adam Mefford! Man, how's the field? He tired?
A little wore out. I'm getting old.
So walk us through that. You realize how big a lead you had?
I have no idea. I did look out the window one time, but saw a couple cars on the back straightaway. But I was waiting for Dad to give me a little bit of that. I could slow down a little bit, but
He wasn't helping you out, was he?
not too much. But that's just like him, though. He wants to go fast all the time, just like me. So
If I told you you had a half lap lead, would you believe me?
probably not.
You did.
Well, some nights you get them, some nights you don't. We've struggled a little bit this year. We've been running in the top 5 all year long, but finally tonight we put it together, had a good setup under the car, got out front on the start of that race. That was the whole key. Had to get through 1 and 2 before the 27 car did. Young kid did a good job in the heat race. I was all over the place trying to go below him, above him. He held his line. That's what the sport needs, is young kids like that coming out here racing and being competitive.
Looks good, man. You guys make it look easy out there.
It's not easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Adam Mefford.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to his mother as well. All right, our next feature on tap is our Outlaw 600cc Micros. On the front row pole, driver number 12C, that is Miss Carly Gress. Alongside her in the 81, that is Greg Northrup. Row 2 on the inside is the 8 of Gabe Ferrardi. Alongside him is the 44 of Trevin Littleton. Row 3 on the inside is the 28 of Luke Verardi. On the outside, the number 80 of Darren Johnson. Row 4 on the inside, the 14 of Kurt Westerfield. On the outside, the 9 of Bobby Lynn. Row 5 on the inside will be the 9T of Tyler Duff, alongside the 7A of Will Armitage. 15 laps the distance. Hats off to the track crew tonight, ladies and gentlemen, keeping all these ruts and stuff down in the racetrack, keeping them to a minimum as all possible. The track been a little heavy tonight. We got a lot of rain here yesterday. I know a lot of people in Springfield and around didn't get any. We had a gully washer here, so a lot of moisture in the track this week. All right, our micros are getting ready to pull out. Any of my modifieds start heading to staging, please. Modified 1,000 to win, 25 lap A main, head to staging. Micros are pulling on the racetrack as we speak. Once again, the front row pole, the 12C of Carly Gress, alongside the 81 of Greg Northrup. Row 2 on the inside, the 8 of Gabe Berardi on the outside, the 44 of Revan Trevin Littleton. Row 3, the 28 of Luke Berardi and the 80 of Darren Johnson. Then it's the 14 of Kurt Westerfeld, the 9 of Bobby Lynn, the 9T of Tyler Duff, and the 7A of Will Armitage. Looks like the Duffs are scratched from the event, as well as the 14 of Kurt Westerfield. 15-lap shootout. Modifieds to staging, please. Modifieds to staging. All right, our flagman, Randy Standard, tells them 1 to go this time by. Miss Carly Gress is your pole sitter. Greg Northup on the outside in the 81. Gabe Berardi, Trevin Littleton, Luke Berardi, Darren Johnson, Bobby Lynn, and Will Armitage. Lights out, green this time by, 15 laps the distance. Modifieds to staging. Modifieds to staging, please. Got a couple of them tangled up on the start there. We'll rack them, restack them, and try it again. Tough break. Looks like a bent axle on the 8 of Berardi, of Gabe Berardi, that is. And the number 80 of Darren Johnson didn't get a lap in either. He pulled her off over there on the front stretch. The 80 is done for the night. One to go this time by. Carly Gress, the pole sitter. Greg Northup, the 81. Luke Berardi, Trevin Littleton, Bobby Lynn, Will Armitage. New leader, the 28 of Luke Berardi. Carly Gress isn't done yet. Tries it back on the inside. your winner, Luke Berardi. Second, the 44 of Trevin Littleton. Third, the 12 of Carly Gress. Fourth, the 9 of Bobby Lynn. He's out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for your feature winner, the 28 of Luke Berardi. Driver of the GMS Motors, Personal Mobility, Perona Auto Body, Turner Electric. Half of the Berardi Brothers Racing. Man, you look good tonight, buddy. How'd the car feel?
It was just about drove itself tonight. Bummer for my brother. I know he would probably had a pretty good car as well. It would have been nice to see him have a good finish too. This team has no quit. We've had a lot of bad luck lately, but just keep trying to get through it. And tonight we were lucky enough to get the win.
It's got to make it a little more bittersweet, man. All that bad luck. You get one of these, makes it all feel better, don't it?
Yeah, you make your own luck, but sometimes I feel like you just got a monkey on your back. It's nice to maybe get that off.
Absolutely. I'd say you got her done tonight, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Berardi. All right, it's now time for our 1,000 to win 25 lap A main modified shootout. On the front row pole, driving the 14A is Dustin Golden. Alongside him, the 25W of Alan Weiser. Row 2 on the inside, it is the madman Derek Carlson. Outside of him, the 22 is Ryan Blakeman. Row 3 on the inside is the T6 of Tommy Shepard Jr. On the outside, 9C of Russ Coltis. Row 4, the 16S of Steve Stotler on the inside, and the 292 of Josh Allen on the outside. Row number 5, the 72 of Flying Brian Lynn on the inside, the 19C of Wendell Zuloff on the outside. Row number 6, the 36 of Steve Tyven and the 19 of Jeff Dotsert. Row 7, the E55 of Chad Sellers and the 42 of McKay Winger. Row 8, the 8 of Tyler Roberts and the 3 of Bill Burgos. And rounding out the field, the number 99 of Tim Luttrell. Our flagman Randy Stanton tells them 1 to go this time by. 1 to go this time by. Dustin Golden in the 14A and Alan Wise the 25W to set the pace coming off turn number 4. Golden, Weiser, Carlson, Blakeman, Shepard, Coltis, Stotler, Allen, Lynn, Zuloff, Tyvant, Dotsert, Sellers, Winger, Roberts, Burgos, and Luttrell. That's how the A-main shakes out. Watching this time off turn number 4. Not a very good start there. We want them side by side at that cone coming off of 4. We'll try it again. Once again, Dustin Golden, the 14A, is your pole setter. He will set the pace. Alan Weiser, the 25W, alongside. Then it's Derek Carlson, Ryan Blakeman, Tommy Shepard, and Russ Goltis, your top 6. Watch them off 4 this time by. 25 laps the distance. Race fans, you know what they say, cautions breed cautions. All right, third time's a charm, right? 14A, Dustin Golden, Alan Weiser, Derek Carlson, Ryan Blakeman, Tommy Shepard Jr., Wendell Zuloff, Steve Stotler, Jeff Dotsert, Chad Sellers, McKay Winger, Tyler Roberts, 12 laps down, 13 laps remaining. 12 down, 13 remaining. Your leader, the 25W of Alan Weiser. Second, the 22 of Ryan Blake. Behind the lap car of Jeff Dotzer. 14A, Dustin Golden in third. Wendell Zuloff fourth. McKay Winger fifth. Tommy Shepard sixth. Brian Lynn seventh. Steve Stotler eighth. Steve Tyven ninth. Tyler Roberts 10th. Once again, 12 laps down, 13 laps remaining for your leader, the 25W of Alan Weiser. Second, 22 of Ryan Blakeman. Third, the 14A of Dustin Golden. Wendell Zuloff, McKay Winger, Tommy Shepard Jr. All right. We'll get the 99 to join the field. We're going to be going back to green next time by. Alan Weiser is your leader. Alan Weiser, Ryan Blakeman, Dustin Golden, Wendell Zuloff, McKay Winger, Tommy Shepard Jr., Flying Brian Lynn, Steve Stotler, Steve Tyven, Tim Luttrell, and Tyler Roberts. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of your $1,000 to win feature is the 25W of Alan Weiser. Second, the 22 of Ryan Blakeman. Third, the 72 of Brian Lynn. Fourth, the 14A of Dustin Golden. Rounding out your top five, the T6 of Tommy Shepard Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, driver of the Ayers Fabrication Sputz Racing Engine, A1 Towing, A&A Air Conditioning and Heating, Buskirk Tree, Allen Automotive, Quality Blacktop, Apex Roofing, driver number 25W, Alan Weiser. Alan, buddy, how's it feel to be $1,000 richer?
Oh, it's awesome. This track's been really good for us this year. We've only been here twice, and we've won both times. So, man, it's an awesome track. Just got to thank all my sponsors, David Stremme, my dad, and just everybody that helps me all week.
Man, you made it look easy out there, dude. Congratulations, man. Where are you from?
Peoria, Illinois.
Peoria, Illinois, man. You drove the wheels off this thing tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Alan Weiser. Two more features on tap, ladies and gentlemen. The next one is our Street Stock, UMB Street Stock A main feature event. On the front row pole, the 89 of Mike Jackson, alongside the 67R of Rudy Zaragoza. Row 2 on the inside, the 47 of John Jackson, alongside the G1 of Tyler Gilmore. Row 3 on the inside, the 44J of Jeremy Madsen, alongside him is the 5 of Terry Reed. Row 4 on the inside, the 25 of Brian Gaines, alongside him, the 83K of Nolan Kaufman. Row number 5, the 2 of Jimmy Miller, and the 23 of Thomas Angelo. Row 6, the 52 of Jacob Bowen, and the 16 of Andrew Allwood. Row 7, the 34X of Cletus Coates, and the 17B of Braden Bilger. And rounding out your field in the 26B, Mike Bullpit. That is your A main feature event lineup. All right, once again, 15 laps the distance. All right, A main feature event time for your UMP Street Stocks. Our flagman's got the flag out. That means one to go next time by. For our front row, the 89 of Mike Jackson and the 67R of Rudy Zaragoza. Row 2, the 47 John Jackson and the G1 of Tyler Gilmore. Row 3, the 44J Jeremy Matson, the 5 of Terry Reed. 25G Brian Gaines, 83K Nolan Kaufman. 2 of Jimmy Miller, 23 of Thomas Angelo, 17 Braden Bilger, 16 Andrew Allwood, 34X Cletus Coates, and the 26B of Mike Bullpit. That is how your A main feature event lines up. 15 laps the distance. Watch them this time off turn number 4. Caution on the speedway, the 47 of John Jackson gets turned around there off turn number 4. Seven laps down, 8 laps remaining. 7 laps down, 8 laps remaining. Your leader in the 67R is Rudy Zaragoza. Second's the 89 of Mike Jackson. In there in third and fourth, them boys have been hard charged in the 5T of Terry Reed and the G1 of Tyler Gilmore. Then the 44J of Jeremy Matson, the 83K of Nolan Kaufman, 25G Brian Gaines, 2 Jimmy Miller, 17B Braden Bilger, 26B Mike Bullpit, 23 Thomas Angelo, 34X Cletus Coates, and rounding out the field, John Jackson in the 47. Lights out, going green. No pass until you pass the cone on the front stretch. Let's see who's falling asleep, who's paying attention on the restarts. Terry Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner driver number T5, Terry Reed. Second, the 67R, Rudy Zaragoza. 89, Mike Jackson. 44, Jeremy Matson. The G1 of Tyler Gilmore rounding out your top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, the Crawford Pizzas and Pub, Elkhart Fertilizer, driver number T5 out of Decatur, Illinois, Mr. Terry Reed. Man, he gets congratulations from Rudy Zaragoza. Man, dude, you had this thing hooked up like Brad Pitt on Ladies' Night, dude. How'd you do that?
I don't know. We've been working pretty heavily with Jeremy Nichols. He's helped a lot this year. It's been kind of nice to chase the car up a little bit. Chased it up a few weeks ago, and it's made a world of difference. I'd like to thank God for everything He does in my life every day. Thank my wife for everything she does. With all her support, this wouldn't be happening. Tommy Pickering come down tonight and helped us. I want to thank him and thank all my friends and family and thank all my sponsors. And once again, I just want to thank God. Thanks.
Man, I tell you, Jerry, how good does this feel? You've won on here in other people's cars. It's the first time I see you this year in your car. That's got to feel bittersweet, man.
It does feel pretty good. Jeremy let me drive his car a few weeks ago. That thing is hooked up. I mean, it just flat out flies. And I'd like to get this thing feeling the same way, and we're slowly gaining on it. So hopefully we can stay on the same pace he is and at least compete with him. I don't want him to be a track ahead of us or whatever. I want to be right on his butt.
I'll tell you, last time I seen that car out was the other night racing. They had some problems with it, and I seen this car tonight. I don't know, buddy. I think you can get him with this one.
It'd be tough. He's a good driver. He's very talented. He's been struggling the last couple of weeks with issues here and there. His clutch was slipping last Friday. We did a bunch of work, pulled the training out 3 times, I think, that night. So it was a lot of work.
Well, it's paying off, man. You got this thing hooked up, looking good. Congratulations, man. Well deserved.
Thank you. I didn't think we were going to get around those guys, but they went to the bottom a little bit, and I was able to get around on the top. It's a little rough, but she stuck, and she went.
Put her on the top shelf where Daddy hides the dirty books. Got the job done, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Terry Reed, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now time for our final feature event of the evening. Just a reminder, next Friday night here, championship night here at the Jacksonville Speedway. Sunday the 7th, Midwest Oatmeal Association 410s, 1,000-win crates. Street stocks and mods, I believe. Then October the 12th is the World of Outlaws, the greatest show on dirt with the Power Eye National Midgets. All right, your front row. The 66D of Carson Dart alongside the 55 of Craig Anders. Row 2, the 26A of Michael McKay, the 44 of Bill Basso. The 121 of Mike Eskew and the 21D of Josh Dove. All right, Carson Dart, Craig Anders, set the pace. Michael McKay, Bill Basso, Mike Eskew, and Josh Dove. Here we go, 12 laps, the shootout. Side-by-side battle for the lead. Carson Dart has it. Michael McKay wants it. Here comes Mike Eskew. Caution on the speedway as the 121 gets her off the front stretch there after taking up the 55, Matt Carv Anders. Your leader, the 26 of Michael McKay. All right, 10 laps down, 2 to go. Going to be a green-white checkered for your leader, the 26 of Michael McKay. All right, 1 to go this time by. 1 to go this time by. Michael McKay is your leader. Josh Dove, the 21D in second. Craig Anders third. Bill Basso fourth. And Mike Eskew, the 121 in fifth. Your winner, the 26 of Michael McKay. Second, the 21D, Josh Dove. Third, Mike Eskew. Fourth, Bill Basso. That concludes our racing program for this evening.